Top on the brief this morning as Accra, Ghana hosts the 6th mid-year coordinating meeting of the African Union. President Bola Tinubu has been giving accounts of the economic community of West African states. The president says the body will continue to dialogue with Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger as still remains their territory.
This bomb blast that happened in Gwoza, I am telling you, these people are not from Gwoza. They didn't come from the Mandara Mountain, nor the Sambisa forest. These people are being imported in. They are being imported in just to tell the government or to tell the people that they are still here in Gwoza. It's not like that. These people are being imported in. And as I tell you earlier, we still stand strong. That thing cannot deter us. This bomb blast cannot. It's just unfortunate. We lost our people, and that is destiny.
Let's now move on to other stories. The reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, Mr. Philip Shaibu, believes the Edo State Vigilante Network is responsible for last week's airport road shooting in Benin City, which led to the death of a police officer attached to the APC governorship candidate, Mr. Monday Okpabolo. Mr. Shaibu made the allegations during an interview with journalists after a Thanksgiving Mass at the St. Paul's Catholic Church in Benin City, the Edo State capital.
They know what they have done. They are trying to cover up, but they cannot cover up. This one, they can't cover up. Not even when a police officer was a victim of it. They cannot cover this one. No. All of them must be picked. We have given, the police must do his work. They must pick them. They orchestrated it. The men of the vigilante and Powov did that. The vigilante in Edo State kill a policeman. IG definitely we go into it. So don't worry about ourselves. They are struggling to see how they can rob people in. They can't rob anybody in. The vigilante in Edo State killed a policeman, and definitely I'm urging the president, the IG, to set up an inquiry to not only investigate but to prescribe in vigilante in Edo State and Powov. I think I will speak more to the youth. The youths, I will want the youths to know that you can be who you want to be, only to the extent you are consistent. And you must do what is right at all times. If anybody comes to you to disrupt this democracy, they want to destroy your future. You must stand your ground to make sure that democracy succeeds. If you vote them in and they are not doing well, vote them out. But don't go to the street to want to disrupt peace. Because when you go to the street to disrupt peace, and there is war, you and I will be the victim.
Still in Edo State, but this time the state government says it has petitioned the Inspector General of Police over Thursday, July the 18th, breakdown of law and order in the state, which they say was allegedly orchestrated by the reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, Mr. Philip Shaibu, under the pretext of executing a judgment of the Federal High Court in Abuja, for which a stay of execution had been filed and an appeal entered. The state government says it's calling on the police to thoroughly investigate the matter by inviting Mr. Philip Shaibu and other persons mentioned, and if found culpable, should be brought to book. While it appears the last has not been heard of that incident, that shooting in Edo State, as the State Police Command has vowed to declare persons it had invited to aid in unraveling the circumstances surrounding the killing of the Inspector of Police attached to the senator in Benin City on Thursday, wanted if they fail to honor the invitation. The Commissioner of Police in the state, Funsho Adegboye, while addressing journalists, affirmed the command's respect for Senator Okpabolo.
Investigations are in top gear to unravel the mysteries surrounding the circumstances that led to the murder of the gallant Inspector of Police and the attempted murder of the distinguished Senator Monday Okpabolo. We are not leaving any stone unturned. We abandoned their known addresses. That is why we took another step of dropping invitation to their relatives. Meanwhile, If they fail to honor this, the appropriate legal procedures will be followed, and this may include declaring them wanted. We respect people, no matter the class the person belongs to. The PRO inadvertently referred to the distinguished senator as one Monday. It is not in our. The Inspector General of Police, IGP, Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, PhD, NPN, was disturbed. Myself and disturbed other senior members of the police were disturbed about this, and I want to use this opportunity to correct that almost unpardonable error. The senator is a serving and distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Senator Monday Okpebholo is the gubernatorial candidate of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, in the forthcoming September 21st governorship election in Edo State. We hold him in high esteem as a distinguished and serving senator. So the error, as I said, is highly regretted, and appropriate sanctions is being meted.
Well, we're not done with the issue of security. The Finnish government has been asked to repatriate the Finland-based leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that's Simon Ekpa, over the insecurity and operation of gunmen in the southeast region. This is coming from the Enugu State Governor, Mr. Peter Mba, while receiving members of the House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence, who were on an oversight working visit to the state.
I want to also take this opportunity to call on our people to disregard this threat, disregard him and his threat, right? We have demonstrated our capacity to provide security for our people, and we will continue to do so through the help of the security agencies. We cannot be intimidated. We cannot submit ourselves to this siege atmosphere he wants to create in the southeast. Our people are hardworking people. They are known for their hard work. We treasure our hardworking, and we would continue to do so. You cannot love a people, and all you do is the very essence of their existence. You want to pull it from them, okay? And then claim you love them, claim you're fighting for. This is just for him to grow his followership, gaining cheap publicity. But, it's surprising that the Finnish government allows this man to reside peacefully in their home country and, perpetrating terrorism in Nigeria. And I think that this is something your committee may have to wade into and see how this guy can be repatriated and be brought to justice, because this is a murderer. Through his statements, through his actions, a lot of people have died, and he continues in that trajectory. And so this is a tragedy that we must all work as a country to end.
And more stories now. After polling a total of over 20,000 votes to defeat his major opponent, Mr. Tobena Erojikwe, who polled 10,000 votes. Mr. Alpha Mosigwe, a senior advocate of Nigeria, has been elected as the 32nd president of the Nigerian Bar Association. The inauguration of the new president and other national officers is scheduled to take place during the NBA 2024 annual conference in Lagos between August the 23rd and 28th. The president of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has called for an independent investigation by the leadership of the House of Representatives into the quality of diesel in Nigerian market and compared them to those from his refinery. Mr. Dangote was speaking while hosting members of the lower chamber on the tour of the refinery in Lagos.
This is really very disheartening when people keep talking about all this monopoly. Monopoly, it is only when you stop people, you block them through legal means or whatever. No, it's a level playing field where whatever Dangote was given, okay, in cement, for example, okay, other people too were given. In the refinery, we did not, and I repeat, we did not collect one single incentive from the federal government of Nigeria or from even the Lagos state of Nigeria. Yes, Lagos state, maybe they gave us a good deal, but we paid $100 million for the land. It wasn't a free land. We paid for it. Okay, so people are always looking at the different, other side. They are not really looking at the real picture. So just for the fact that, yes, we are ready and about to start this, everybody is now up and about. Yes, but we know that what is giving us a lot of joy is that we know that the majority of the population, they are with us.
Well, every Nigerian should be aware of their cyber environment and practice cyber hygiene. That's the view of the director of the Nigerian Police National Cybercrime Center, Mr. Ifeanyi Uche. Mr. Uche told Channels Television that although there are increased cases of cybercrime, it is not peculiar to Nigeria. However, most worrying to him is the existence of cybercrime mentoring platforms.
So it's not because of poverty the way I look at it. It's just because an individual wants to go into crime. That is one. And because the tools are readily available all over our nation. And one that is worrisome. Recently we busted cybercrime mentorship school in Abuja, where they start their criminal activities. So it's a very serious issue. And like the ones we busted, those that are above 18 years were prosecuted. And the underage ones are coming, reporting for what we call the police supervisee. So be able to cancel them, So that is the situation. So it's actually on the increase. But the one thing that is clear, that it's not peculiar to Nigeria at all. What we do first is to gather our information, get our intelligence, get enough evidence. Last thing we normally do is to go for arrest. And when we pick up a suspect or a threat actor, the next thing is to charge the suspect to court. Now, we need to understand that for you to be safe online, you need to wash your cyber hands. You need to practice what we call cyber hygiene. You need to understand that for cyber criminal to succeed, you have a role to play in enabling him to succeed or to fail. So you actually have a lot to do in helping yourself. But the most important thing is that we need to wash our cyber hand and we need to be cyber aware.
What interesting perspective, cyber hands, cyber hygiene. Perhaps that's a new one. On the international scene, United States President Joe Biden has ended his re-election campaign and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to succeed him as the Democratic candidate in an already dramatic race for the White House. Mr. Biden said in a written statement that it was the greatest honor to serve, but his withdrawal was, in his words, in the best interests of my party and the country. The announcement caps a tumultuous period in U.S. politics, which began with sometimes incoherent debates, performance against Donald Trump on June 27, 2024. Mr. Biden says he will remain president until January 2025. Well, those are the stories we've been tracking in the past, say, 24 hours and early this morning. And of course, it's going to form part of our conversation for the show and the rest of the day.